So much tail you couldn't.
I was a failing math student in an honors class.
Where mathematicians go
at a junior college.
Junior college pre-calculus.
My junior college love for Professor Slater was intense.
She painted her eyelids like at the beginning of that Raiders of the Lost Ark thing.
Raiders of the Lost Ark thing, where I love you, Professor Slater.
But I'd already seen that many times before. I was no Logan prize.
So I would write his name on my homework. I would work it carefully into the equations.
She escaped my notice.
The limit of A.
The limit of
T,
A.
As it approaches
as it
ER.
approaches ER.
Like babies.
Very quickly in the semester, I had the TA stop grading her homework.
Very quickly in the semester, he started taking
She had broken my cipher. She had broken into my heart.
I was like a parallelogram. And he was the other side of the parallelogram, and our lines were always exactly parallel to each other.
She said I was being obtuse.
He was so acute.
We went on like this for days, for weeks, until after the final.
Secret. Until the final.
When ethics.
When there was an ethics question on the test. Who puts an ethics question on a pre-calculus test?
I train people to think, Mrs. Lewis, I wrote in the Caesar cipher. Her favorite. You know, there are some sexy words that you can tell what they are no matter what
language. This is a question of ethics. It's not about geometry or physics or chemistry. It's definitely not about 18th century British literature. It's about love.
I started the slow.
Very long writing at the end of my paper. This is about love, he said.
I let everyone else turn theirs in. I wrote A's on everything. I had to stand.
As I stood there in class,
I was done being a professor.
He said, "You know, if this happens, I'll lose tenure, right?" And I took my paper up to him with the incredibly long note.
She brought.
And as our mouths came ever closer, as the limit of the distance between our two mouths approached
as
zero,
only calculus could probe what infinite
increased
depths.
Exponentially, not geometrically. Exponentially.
There are curves to explain her curves, but I wasn't a mathematician anymore.
Our little man and his tenure crumbled, and I knew.
I knew.
It was
to be.
And where are you coming back from this time, lady?
I just got it from my study abroad in Spain.
Oh, study abroad, you were robbing tombs again.
If that's what you want to call it, but I won't get any scholarships for that, though. So I was studying abroad. It was amazing, you know? I landed in Spain and then I was immediately whisked off to Northern Africa. Have you ever been to Northern Africa?
I have been in Northern Africa. I was in North Africa for a while.
Oh, you picked up an accent there.
I picked up General Rommel. That was a long time ago.
I know it's only 1977, but I would have never guessed it. Wow,
He's long gone. They're all long gone. I don't even remember Germany. Tell me what you found. Tell me what was in Spain.
Well, I walked the Camino de Santiago all the way to Santiago de Compostela, and I walked by myself and like that. I could walk like that, totally. And I went to Northern Africa and I dug for gold and oh, don't look at me like that, Professor.
All the European men looked at you.
They looked at me because I was there.
Did you look at them back?
I did because I have the possession of sight.
For gold, did they think
Don't torture me, Professor! Don't torture me!
Relax. I have not tortured someone for a long time.
I only came back for you. I could have gotten my degree in the life of an explorer. I could have stayed in Africa and excavated tombs. I could have then flown to Italy and dug for rocks, but no, I came back. I came back to Iowa City to be an archaeologist with you. It tempts me in a way. I don't know who you're looking at times, but.
Darling, your head ain't right. Testing the doggy door on the living room. Okay. 4-star safety check. Is enough for our baby.
I'm not a baby anymore.
You're not a baby.
Anymore? I'm like 16.
Oh.
Stupid, Dad.
This is where responsibility starts. 5 stars for maturity. Poor old man. It's not every day. Get a dog.
Oh my God, you mean you weren't doing all this for me?
I'm doing this for you.
Oh, no, it's because we're getting a... Oh, I feel like a complete asshole now. What? I'm 16. I can drive. As long as you can drive, you can curse.
Say what you want, just don't get pregnant. Say whatever you
No!
want.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were going around the house like putting rubber bands over all the cabinet doors and like putting new small doggy doors. I thought it was for me. I thought this was some sort of weird way of regressing me to my babyhood because you were trying to safety that house.
No, God.
Oh my goodness. Hey, no, I'm sorry. I didn't help you. Hi, Daddy. I'm sorry. Hey. Yeah, what's going on in the living room floor? So we're getting a dog. Did you like tell anybody we were getting a dog in the house besides me?
I was told.
Mom wants another baby, huh? Well, yeah. No, I mean,
We used to sit here.
you, Mom.
No, you and Nikki.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I remember.
She was getting a PhD and
We would
the
sit
whole
and eat.
floor to ourselves.
Oh my God, do you remember mac and and cheese days. It was mac and cheese and peas.
I don't. The house remembers. Look.
It never comes out. No, remember we would eat mac and cheese and peas. Oh, you remember the Fido game? The Fido game. Fido. What was the point of the game? There was no point to the game, was there?
My mother had a set of cards and talked about throwing most of it on the. I thought it was fun.
No. Can I ask you kind of? Okay, I'm not being a bratty 16-year-old, but can I ask you like a serious question? How did you? Oh my God! Thunder and lightning, David.
Sweet.
Get the fitted sheet. I've got the. Oh.
10-4.
Okay, 10-4.
10-4.
10-4. Okay, that's not gonna make the TV fall, right? Okay, Dad, no, get the Cheez-Its.
Wait, no.
What? Oh, that's on your crap.
No, give me cheese.
Not in the tent, huh, Dad?
That's right.
Come on. Okay, no, I was gonna ask you a serious question. Okay. Don't take this as me being a brat, but I seriously want to know what you and Mom see in each other. Because, like, you know, you're just like such a laid-back dude, and Mom's so, like, Mom. It's just, you know
Kind of
what I mean?
noticed my early regression to adolescence.
Yeah, like a ton of bricks. And you keep calling me duty head in the house, it's kind of stupid. I mean, it's cute because you're my dad, but you're an ass man, get over it. Anyway, I'm not trying to be mean. I really am not.
No. I'm not trying to be mean either. That's the whole point. I was mean.
Really?
Trent didn't turn out so great. Look, I'm done. You're mean to the first kid. The second kid, you go back the other way, and you are 16 and you're not pregnant, so I think I'm done.
Well, it's just that, you know, I had a feeling Mom wishes we'd all turned out different. And then you maybe do, but like you don't ever act like it. You know, like if I want to make a sheet for it in the rainstorm and eat cheeses and maybe get gas, you're like, hey, whatever. It's maybe not developmentally appropriate, but whatever. But like if Mom came home right now, like if she walked in that door right now, which I hope to God she doesn't.
Then I would immediately blame you for this.
Yeah, you would. You totally would.
I'm in the middle of admonishing you
Right now.
right now.
I'm throwing a tantrum. God, you're a horrible
Beverly,
father.
you don't
You're a
understand.
horrible father. He was trying to discipline me. Never get into college this way, I know.
You'll get into college.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Why? You didn't go to college?
Oh.
Do I have to? Does it
I
matter?
went to community college where I grew up.
Yeah, she was teaching.
And I was learning what she was doing.
General Rhombus, I'm so glad you came. The squares are attacking from the east. Thankfully, the horizon is flat. Lieutenant Triangle. Yes, sir. It's good to have you here. I try to keep my scales in order, sir. Looking behind us, we wouldn't want anyone circling around the back.
I'd expect that. The whole third dimension is on the lookout for us.
General Rhombus,
Yes, Lieutenant?
are we going to make it out of this one alive?
I don't know.
I remember when I was just a young polygon. Rotating about the plane. Not much else to do but to translate the days away.
That's the way of it.
Remember when Mother used to kick me out of the hexagon? I'd make a line straight for you.
simpler days.
Things are so complex.
Space is curved, we come to find out. The world isn't flat anymore!
General Rumpus. They're coming. I can hear them. I can feel them.
We'll lay down a, well, you've seen the battle plan.
I have.
What do you think?
Very one-dimensional.
Have you ever, with all this war, all these, I feel like it's a waste of space. Is there more to life than just war and endless breaking and remaking of lines? Are we more than the sum of our interior angles? There's a greater dimension there where...
Do you think they're just laughing at us up there? What if we just got up and walked out of here? I've read about it.
I mean, sometimes I lay on my back and look straight into the non-direction.
I lay on my stomach and look into the non-direction, and I think there's got to be something more than this.
We've got everything we want.
Here, push your edge up against mine. Push your edge up against mine. Nothing.
Lieutenant, we kick people out of this military for that.
Do it. Just do it. Tell me go. Push. Push.
I'm turning into a square!
I'll tell you about how I met Kelly.
He likes to tell the story about how he met me.
Kelly.
It's Michael's favorite story, so I just let him tell it.
Kelly's the kind of person that you let into an indoor space, and she redecorates your friend's room while you're having dinner with your friend.
And I was like, this feng shui is totally off.
I don't know what planet Kelly came from, but it was definitely the happy planet.
By the time I left, it was such a happy place.
And Kelly was one of the people that didn't, she wasn't much for convention, she wasn't much for permission.
Oh, I hung up a James Dean poster and a Paula Dean one all at the same time. I thought it had symmetry.
Very comfortable turning the world on its head and showing everyone just how idiotic they were by not being like
I thought if you're not deep enough to get the symbolism of James Dean and Paula Dean, fuck it.
Which is why, as a funeral director, I was attracted and yet completely baffled by Kelly.
Micah sat there in the pink room with the posters going, "You baffle me." And I was like, then you're easily baffled, brother, because I'm what I am.
She made me, I now embalm bodies in a pink room with glittery fluid.
You know what? Katy Perry makes everything better.
We have had more open casket funerals than ever. It is the Glam Funeral Home.
It is totally good. Wouldn't you want to die in a glam funeral home?
Lady Gaga is registered with us.
His dog from 0 to hero.
She made my dog do Pilates.
His whole life is turned around.
His spine is very loose, it's true.
Because he met me.
I met
And I
Kelly.
brought to him Madonna in her cone stage.
Kelly,
Michael,
you're crazy.
I love you.
I said I didn't want to talk to you, George.
Well, I want to talk to you.
Well, you'll have to talk to me through the door because this is over, and it's been over for 4 hours.
door. To you. Goddamn you!
What? Goddamn you! Oh, you still have the key. God damn it! God, just use your key, George.
You're like an idiot, because I just remembered. Thanks.
Would you like a cup of coffee, George?
Yes, thank you for leaving out dip.
That was my favorite Frito-Lay.
Well, it was fine at lunch when we were together, but I guess that's not true in the afternoon.
No, it's not.
You're outside the house. Go away!
George, my stuff is inside.
Well, that's where I was. Welcome to enforced empathy. Dr. Schultz said this would be good for us.
Fine, if this is how you want it. I just want to marry you, George. Is that too much? No, because the guy will never get married. He'll live with you. He'll, have sex with you.
Hey.
And he won't commit to the rest of his life.
It takes two people to do several of those things you listed.
I love the way we pretend we're looking at each other through the closed door.
Dr. Schultz said this would happen.
I have a key too, George. You have the best Frito-Lay of your life. I make a damn fine pot of coffee.
You gave me no time to respond.
You know what? Somebody says, will you marry me,
Do they
George?
think about it?
No, they don't.
I think about everything. I think about what shoes I'm going to wear. I think about how I'm going to kiss you in the morning. I think about what I'm going to wear. I think about...
No, George.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
They say, will you marry me? And they say yes. Without thinking. They say
No,
yes.
people walk in front of trains without thinking. I want to book a destination and get on the train.
And foolish me, I thought we were already on a train.
This metaphor's gonna- Baby, we're on a train. We're just gonna transfer. I'm an economist. I optimize. I'm sorry.
Does that mean
Yes, it means.
that your answer's yes?
I've had 4 hours and 10 minutes to think about it.
And a cup of damn fine coffee.
Can I pour you another bottle of wine, Dr. Schultz?
Please do.
I'll pour you the whole bottle. In fact, I'm just going to pour this bottle into the empty bottle over here.
I'm terribly sorry to interrupt. May I sit down?
You may sit down, Dr. Schultz.
That's great. I'm sorry I interrupted you again. What were you going to say?
You may sit down, Dr. Schultz.
Oh, thank you. That sounds fantastic. Is this the seat that you meant? This is the one that's not taken, right?
Yes, Dr. Schultz.
Thank you. Admirable pouring. Wonderfully done.
I'm 2 bottles in. Here's a bottle for you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Dr. Schultz,
Yes. Oh, you meant me to drink this one, right?
I meant for you to drink all of it.
This is the one that, okay. I was just checking because I didn't want to drink it. If you would also go, it wouldn't matter if we shared. Ha.
I'm a crazy drunk, but you're an anxious drunk.
I am. You are so correct.
It's good that I know this about you, Dr. Schultz.
Yes.
Isn't it about time I started using your first name?
No. I guess. Why am I breaking out in hives? Just stop laughing. It's
This is
narrating.
an interesting reaction.
I'm
And it actually falls under my specialty, Dr. Schultz.
Clinical psychiatry?
Dermatology! I'm gonna pour myself another bottle. I want a different bottle. I was a sommelier in high school.
I'm terribly sorry to keep interrupting you. May I touch you?
You may.
I'm like breaking out in
Dr. Schultz?
Yes, Dr. Weissman?
I think we're going to have a hell of a semester. How's that couple you're treating them?
Do you mean to tell me we're sitting in your office at 11:30 at night on the day that school started, and you want to ask me about the Weisenhoffers? I mean, I'm an anxious drunk, but you're a pansy.
I'm going to throw this empty bottle of wine against the wall for emphasis instead of the full bottle of wine against the wall.
Oh, I interrupted you when you were throwing the bottle. I'm
I'll throw another bottle.
I know. Shh. Oh, Dr. Weissman, I just...
You're right. I should have made a pass at you.
You should have. May I take off my top? Is that it?
I'll be taking off mine. All right.
Fantastic.
Do you have anything going on first period?
Nothing first period. I've got a Tuesday. Usually it's like it's all.
Do you mind if I hang these up? I have to teach. I always have to button the top button.
I do that as well.
Do you?
Yes.
And I thought it was OCD.
Fantastic. I'm also. You dropped your dermatology book.
I have.
Drop it.
Oh dear.
Whoa.
I dropped your biography.
Terribly sorry. I did it again. Gosh, that's sticky out.
Here's the whole fucking shelf.
Butt in, tummy tucked, boobs high. Oh, Samantha. Oh, relax, at ease. You are my favorite student today, because you are so lovely. I feel like when I took you on, that I could do something with you.
Oh, thank you, Madame Duchef.
I've never been so wrong. You are what we call helpless. You are what we call uncoordinated. Forgive me. You are what we call the white man's overbite. It goes a little something like this.
No,
you will know it. How old are you?
12, Madame Duchef.
6.5 years. It'll take the half to realize that you're out of your awkward stage.
Madame Duchef, with all due respect, s'il vous plaît, you are incorrect. I am a ballerina on the inside.
Dare you correct me, Samantha!
I'm so sorry!
Samantha, I will hold on to you for as long as it takes, because someone should teach you the proper way. Here we go. Butt in, tummy tucked, boobs high, and arms, graceful arms. Oh my. Samantha, that is as lovely as I have e'er seen you. That does not say much.
That was progress, right now. Progress, right?
Progress!
Oh my lord.
I know, stand in amazement with your 12 years. And that is all you shall get. Because that is all you deserve.
It's all I deserve, Madame Michelle. But someday, gosh, we're close. Someday I will earn more.
There are some things in this world more precious than country. There are some things in this world more precious than gold from the Spanish desert. Love is most special.
I traveled the world. With him, we excavated tombs, we climbed mountains, we loved in Nepal. Who loves in Nepal? But we did. We had a love that was more than love. I and my professor.
Me and the lieutenant were out of our depth. We went on to explore that world. We found we were flimsy, just observers, not good for much. All our power taken away and our eyes opened. We gave up the military life, settled down in a classroom.
So you want to know why I'm such a good ballerina, huh? Let's tell you, kid. You ever been smushed in a French woman's tits before? No, you haven't. No, sir. I used to train for hours, days, without showering, shaving, using the ladies' toilet. Just training with Madame Duchamp, with that God-cursed Madame Duchamp.
It was the military. We didn't shave, bathe. It
But
was
I
exercise.
became God. But I became God. I became